The National Media Museum is a museum in Bradford, West Yorkshire, England, and is part of the National Science Museum Group. The museum has 7 floors of galleries with permanent exhibitions focusing on photography, television, animation, video gaming, the Internet and the scientific principles behind light and color. It also hosts temporary exhibitions and maintains a collection of 3.5 million pieces in its research facility. The venue also has 3 cinemas operated in partnership with Picture House Cinemas, including an Imax screen, and hosts 2 film festivals each year, including the Bradford International Film Festival. In September 2011, the museum was voted the best indoor attraction in Yorkshire by the public, and it is one of the most visited museums in the north of England. History. The museum is on the site of what was to be a theatre in the centre of Bradford, where work begun in the 1960s remained unfinished. The museum came about as the result of discussions between Dame Margaret Weston of the Science Museum, London, and Bradford city councillors. The National Museum of Photography, Film and Television, as it was then called, opened to visitors on 16 June 1983. The museum launched Britain's largest cinema screen, Imax, 5 stories high with 6-channel sound, on the same day. During this period, the museum specialized in the art and science of images and image making, since Colin Ford, its first director, believed that understanding how images are made led to appreciation of the ideas expressed and the intentions and skills of image makers. To mark the 50th anniversary of the first public television service, 2 interactive television galleries were developed in 1986. These allowed visitors to operate cameras on a studio set with programmed sound and lighting, use vision mixes, read a news item from an auto cue, and discover how chroma keying works. These exhibits survived 2006, when the museum was renamed. In 1989, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of photography, the museum launched the Kodak Gallery, a display of the history of photography from its invention. This was followed by the installation of a standard television studio, first used by TV-Am for outside broadcast and later Nickelodeon. These studios were the first live broadcasting studios in a museum. Today, the equipment is used to teach students from the School of Informatics at the University of Bradford, with whom the museum has a partnership for BSc and BA courses in media and television. In 1994, the TV Heaven Gallery was launched, making accessible the museum's collection of television programs, most of which are not available elsewhere, while continuing to run the Pictureville Cinema and exhibitions in a temporary venue on the other side of the city. The museum closed its main site on 31 August 1997 to allow for a 19-month, £16 million redevelopment, making the museum 25% bigger. The IMAX cinema was also developed to show 3D films. The new museum was opened on 16 June 1999 by Pierce Brosnan. On 1 December 2006, the museum was renamed the National Media Museum, at the same time opening 2 new £3 million interactive galleries, Experience TV and TV Heaven, dedicated to the past, present and future of television. The galleries display both scientific exhibits such as John Logie Baird's original apparatus and television ephemera such as Wallace and Gromit and the Play School toys. In 2009, the museum partnered other bodies from the Bradford district in a successful bid to become the world's first UNESCO City of Film. A major revamp of the foyer was unveiled in February 2010, including a brand new games lounge, a new gallery drawing on the National Video Game Archive established in 2008 in partnership with Nottingham Trent University, It was originally intended to be temporary, but 1 in 5 visitors to the Games Lounge named it as their favorite part of the museum, and as a result a more permanent version of the lounge was established in another part of the cinema. In March 2012, the museum opened Life Online, the world's first gallery dedicated to exploring the social, technological and cultural impact of the Internet. The gallery includes both a permanent exhibition in the foyer and a second changing temporary exhibition on level 7. The first exhibition to feature is Open Source. Is the Internet You Know Under Threat? In October 2014, the museum entered into a partnership with Picture House Cinemas, with the national chain taking over the running of the 3 cinema screens in a bid to boost audience figures and protect the future of cinema on the site. The partnership will be referred to as Picture House at the National Media Museum, and Picture House will introduce offers available across the chain to the museum. Building and admission. Entrance is free with the exception of cinema screens. The museum is open 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. every day. The museum underwent a £16 million refurbishment in 1998, developing a new digital technology gallery, and now hosts the BBC's Bradford offices and studios for BBC Radio Leeds and the BBC Bradford and West Yorkshire website. This new development created a new glass-fronted atrium, which houses a new cafe and shop. There are 7 permanent exhibitions. Kodak Gallery. The Kodak Gallery takes you on a journey through the history of popular photography, from the world's first photographs to the digital snapshots of today. Most of the items on display in the gallery are taken from our collection of 35,000 objects and images donated by Kodak Limited. Life Online. Life Online is the world's first gallery dedicated to exploring the social, technological and cultural impact of the Internet. Trace the history of the Internet, uncover how it has changed people's lives and track the latest trends. Experience TV. Who invented television and when did it begin in Britain? What does a vision mixer do? What did television sets look like in the 60s? Why do we have adverts on television, and how much are we influenced by what we see? Find the answers to all these questions and explore the exciting world of television in our interactive Experience TV gallery. TV Heaven, the first of its kind in Britain. TV Heaven is a unique viewing facility where you can access an archive of more than 1,000 programs from the last 60 years of British television history. Our TV Heaven collection highlights television's enduring capacity to inform, educate and entertain. TV Heaven closed in 2013 after 20 years and was replaced by the BFI Mediatek Magic Factory. The Magic Factory uses hands-on exhibits to demonstrate the scientific principles of light and color, and help develop your understanding of the science behind photography, film and television. There are over 30 activities with accompanying notes should you wish to explore these topics further. Animation. The Animation Gallery explores the history of animation and animated images, with an emphasis on animation produced in Britain. See some of your favorite characters, look back at animation through the ages and discover how animators bring drawings and objects to life. Games Lounge. Play your way through classic games in their original arcade or console formats. Learn about the history of video gaming, and discover the story behind a global phenomenon. Past exhibitions. Revisions. An Alternative History of Photography 1999. New Natural History 1999. Birth of the Cool. David Bailey 1999 2000. Future World 2000. A Collector's Choice 2000. Specimens and Marvels. The Work of William Henry Fox Talbot 2000. NOISEGATE by Granular Synthesis 2000. The Art of Star Wars 2000, 2001. In a Lonely Place 2001. Symptomatic. Recent works by Perry, Hoberman 2001. Paul Strand. Tiram Hurain 2001, 2002. Bond, James Bond 2002. Martin Parr. Photographic Works 1971, 2000, 2002, 2003. Unknown Pleasures. Unwrapping the Royal Photographic Society Collection 2003. Fabula 2003. Julia Margaret Cameron. 19th Century Photographer of Genius 2003. Genus 2003-2004. A Matter of Focus. The Art of Photography 1892-1917-2003-2004. Luke Delahaye. History and Winter Isa 2004. Simone Nieweg. Landscapes and Gardens 2004. Everything's Gone Green. Photography and the Garden 2004. Faking It. Between Art Photography and Advertising 2004. A Gentle Madness. The Photographs of Tony Ray Jones 2004-2005. The Other Side of Football. Hans van der Meer 2005. Forget Me Not. Photography and Remembrance 2005. Fascination 2005. Lifetimes. Portrait Projects by Julian Germain 2005-2006. Raghuveer Singh. From One World to Another 2005-2006. Mark Power. A System of Edges 2006. Elliot Erwitt. A Retrospective 2006. A Tale of Two Cities 2006. Myths and Visions. The Art of Ray Harryhausen 2006. The British Landscape. Photographs by John Davies 2006-2007. The Old Order and the New. P.H. Emerson and Photography 2006-2007. Paul C. Wright. Field Notes 2007. And Myler. Small Wars 2007. The Dawn of Color. Celebrating the Centenary of the Autochrome 2007. Celebrating Indian Cinema 2007. Extra. Tales from the Daily Herald Picture Library 2007. Sarah Jones. Bradford Fellowship in Photography 2006-07-2007-2008. Henry Cartier-Bresson's Scrapbook. Photographs 1932-1946-2007. Sunny Snaps 2007. Live by the Lens, Die by the Lens 2008. New Works. Pavilion Commissions 2008, 2008, 2009. Breaking News. Celebrating 140 Years of the Press Association 2008-2009. Here's one we made earlier, 50 Years of Blue Peter Chapters 2008-2009. Bradford Babies 2009. Baby. Picturing the Ideal Human 2009. Don McCullen. In England 2009. Animalism 2009. Drawings That Move. The Art of Joanna Quinn 2009-2010. Nita Madahar. Bradford Fellowship in Photography 2008-09, 2009-2010. Robbie Cooper. Immersion 2010. Simon Roberts. We English 2010. Faye Godwin. Land Revisited 2010-2011. From Back Home 2010-2011. The Lives of Great Photographers 2011. David Sparrow. Churches 2011. Daniel Meadows. Early Photographic Works 2011-2012. Outposts. Donovan Wiley 2011-2012. In the Blink of an Eye 2012. Art of Arrangement. Photography and the Still Life Tradition 2012-2013. The Life Online, Open Source. Is the Internet You Know Under Threat? 2012-2013. Moving Stories. Children's Books from Page to Screen 2013. Bollywood Icons -100 Years of Indian Cinema 2013. Tom Wood. Photographs 1973-2013-2013. The museum contains the Pictureville Cinema containing 306 seats. The Cubby Broccoli Cinema containing 108 seats. The Imax Cinema. The museum is host to courses taught with the University of Bradford's IMC department, including BSc Media Technology and Production, BSc Creative Media and Technologies, BSc Computer Animation and Special Effects, and Biomedia Studies. Subjects include broadcast television using the TV studio on its top floor. The EIMC degree show is in the Pictureville Cinema collection. The museum's collection contains 3.5 million items of historical, cultural and social value, including the first photographic negative, the earliest television footage, the world's first moving pictures. It also contains original toys from the BBC series Play School, the first program on BBC Two. The collections are accessible to the public through its Insight Study Centre. The collection of the Royal Photographic Society was transferred to the museum on behalf of the nation in 2003. The museum incorporates the first permanent UK installation of an IMAX cinema, opened in 1983 as part of the Bradford Film Festival, with the projector visible from a darkened booth of the fourth floor. This screen runs IMAX presentations 7 days a week, including IMAX prints of Apollo 13, The Lion King, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire and Batman Begins. In 1999, IMAX upgraded the system and began releasing IMAX 3D presentations. In June 2010 it was announced that the Ray and Diana Harryhausen Foundation had agreed to deposit the animator's complete collection of some 20,000 pieces with the National Media Museum. The museum also incorporates the Pictureville Cinema, opened in 1992 and described by David Putnam as the best cinema in Britain. Pictureville Cinema screens everything from 70mm to video, from Hollywood to Bollywood, from silence to digital sound, with certifications in presentation including THX in sound and picture and the Dolby X system. This cinema is one of only 3 public cinemas in the world permanently equipped to display original 3-strip 35mm Cinerama prints. In 2008, the cinema presented the only true recorded public screening of Danny Boyle's 2002 film Alien Love Triangle. Film festivals. The museum organizes and hosts 3 major film events every year: Bradford International Film Festival, Bradford Animation Festival, and Fantastic Films Weekend. These attract international speakers and new and classic works from around the world. Bradford International Film Festival since its inception in 1995. Bradford International Film Festival has presented new and classic films from around the world. The festival includes the Shine Awards, highlighting the work of new European directors, and the Widescreen Weekend, which shows film formats including Cinerama and IMAX. Bradford Animation Film Festival. This animation and video games festival is host to discussions, workshops and special events. The annual BAF Awards honor new animation from around the world. Past guests include representatives from studios such as Pixar, Aardman, Weta Workshops and Sony Interactive, plus animators Ray Harryhausen, Richard Williams, Bob Godfrey, Caroline Leaf, Michael DeWitt and Bill Plimpton. Fantastic Films Weekend. The festival began in 2002 as a weekend event focusing on classic ghost stories and the supernatural. It developed into an annual celebration of horror, fantasy and sci-fi cinema and television. In February 2013 it was announced that the Fantastic Films Weekend would not continue.